is brought to you by On the Rize Radio Show, hosted by yours truly, Maserati Santana, on iHeart and WDRB Media. Listen live 24/7 for double information and inspiration. And that's right. So you make sure you need to tap in with me every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. right here, locked in on WDRB Media, where we give you that double exposure with that information. Also, we hydrate while we wait. So you already know what time it is, man. It's your host, Maserati Santana, the one and only. Go find and follow me right now on Instagram. Don't wait. Do it right now at MozzyBracken18. Also, you can find me on Facebook, Maserati Santana. You already know what time it is. Make sure you share this link, man, and hit us up on our webpage, WDRB Media. You can find us on Instagram and hit the link anytime on iHeartRadio. You already know we got a special guest that's going to be in the hot seat. We got a good show for you today. So make sure that you tell a friend so they can go tell another friend to lock into this interview. But without further ado, I want to bring the special guest up. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Who we got in the hot seat this morning with us?
Stupid Styles, a.k.a. Mr. Sporadic.
What's up, brother?
Nothing much, bro. Nothing much. I'm glad to be here, bro. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Appreciate you taking the opportunity to get on the show, bro.
Yes, sir.
So let's just talk about, we're going to jump right into it. All right. So let's talk about where you from, first of all.
I'm from a land where people grind and get it and hustlers are born. Was born, to be honest with people, I was born in Killeen, Texas. That's why I'm such a Texas fan. Killeen, Texas, and my pops told me when I was a little boy, he was like, Killeen stands for killing each other. But anyways, I moved around. My dad was military. I've been to Oklahoma, I've been Germany, I've been around, you know what I mean? So anyways, I landed in Stockton, California, and for the longest I didn't know where my mom was or my oldest brother, so that really took a big toll on me, not knowing where my mother was.
So that was pretty tough for you? Yes,
sir. But I also understand that a lot of people with their music or whatever, who they are, they was raised by a single mother. A lot of people, shout that out. But I want to shout out that I was raised by a single father. My daddy raised me. That's why I'm a different breed. You feel me? Like, I still got my ways. I can still do whatever a mother can teach you. But a woman can't raise a man. That's a known fact. She can raise a little boy as best she can. Be the best man he can be. But she can't teach him to be that man that a man can.
Well, definitely shout out all the full-time fathers out here.
Exactly.
We need love, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because everybody ain't deadbeat. You know what I mean? It's a lot of bitter moms out there, too.
Absolutely.
So, my dad raised me and my brother, my other brother. It's three of us. So, me, I'm the baby. And me and my other brother, the middle brother, we left and we lived with my dad. And my oldest brother, he chose to stay with my mom. So they disappeared from my life for about 10 years.
Absolutely.
So it was no contact. I didn't hear from them on Christmas or birthdays. I was just a little kid wondering, dang, where my mama at? I got a mama too.
So you like Trey from Boys in the Hood?
Yeah, basically. I'm like Trey, little square, you know what I mean? Trying to be the good kid, listen to the daddy, real stern, real, my father was real, what's the word I'm looking for? He was not mean, but he was, he meant what he say, and he said what he meant. And he didn't really play like that, so it wasn't a lot of games being played. So if he did play with me, he played for a couple minutes and was back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity.
Right. I can get that though.
Shout out. But my dad did raise me to be the man I am today. So with that being said, shout out to Pops. We call him Bo.
Well, shout out to Bo.
Mel Bo.
And he's in California right now.
Yeah, shout out to Mel Bo. You know, Melvin, they call him Bo, Melbo. You know, shout out to him. And growing up in California, like, my family, they know, like, I was always, we could say, the bad apple. I wasn't bad, but I was the bad apple. You know what I mean? Like, I might just be the worst one.
Right.
Like, everybody was like, yo, and everybody, you know, who gonna go to jail? My cousin, he going to jail. I know he going to jail. His daddy was in jail, his brother in jail, his other brother in jail. He going. But I didn't want to think that. I didn't want to say that. But my daddy saw that in me. And he said to me one day that, you know, my daddy works for, well, he did work. Congratulations, he finally retired from the Department of Corrections. And my pops came from the streets. So that's big on his behalf to come from the streets and then turn around and do something positive for his own community, because he know what's going on.
And not only that, for his own kids, to let his kids know, look, this ain't a place y'all want to be at.
Exactly. And he used to tell me all the time, son, I don't want this for you. They gonna end up behind that wall, and I don't want to see you. I don't want to have to be looking at you behind that wall, and I'm looking over you in that system. And I was young and dumb. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't think, man, whatever, man. I ain't trying to hear that.
You didn't understand the wisdom that he was trying to preach to you.
Giving to me. And now it's funny because I gave the same thing to my kids. And my dad was absolutely correct. Because I still end up going to jail. But here. So, in North Carolina. So, he didn't have to see me personally.
Absolutely.
California, it still happened to me. You know what I mean? But it happened here. And when I was locked up, I called him. Like, I need bail money. I got to get out of here. My daddy told me, I got the bail money. I can bail you out. But I want you to sit, you know, think about it. I was like, dang, that's messed up. But
teaching you how to be a man.
I respect it because he was right. Because if I would have stayed, it happened anyways. If I would have stayed, he would have been the one watching over me. Like he used to tell me all the time, all your friends, all your homeboys that you hanging around, they're going to be right here with me. Folsom State Prison. Shout out. Not really shout out no prison, but my daddy worked there. But he told me that I would be there.
Absolutely.
And if I didn't change my ways. And then as I got older and I moved to North Carolina.
What year did you come to North Carolina?
I moved here in 2003. So I've been here a long time. I'll be back and forth though. I always try to go back home. You know what I mean? I got to keep that home in me, because if I don't never go back, I'm going to forget. I ain't going to forget, but you know, you forget where you from and where you came from and what made you who you are. That's why I'm stupid as that was today, because the lingo and the way we grew up and the fun we had and things we did as a younger child in my youth, you know.
Absolutely.
Doing dumb stuff, you know, be it B&Es and fighting and, you know, trying to be involved with the gang violence, trying to be affiliated, trying to be down with the homies or whatnot. Right. You know how you do when you're young. You don't want to be left out. You want to be part of whatever's going on. And my dad saw better for me. So he actually put it to where I'm going to get you away from this. But you know, you can take a brother out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the brother.
Now, with that being said, we're just gonna move forward with the interview.
So,
I do want to ask this though. You know, on your journey before you got shipped out to North Carolina, when you were still in Stockton, California.
Stocktown, 209.
Did you find music there, or you found music when you came here to North Carolina?
I found music in California. My favorite artist is nobody you guys know. My favorite artist was a friend of mine. And his name was Wes. Shout out to Wes. Wes, I love you, cuz. I'm sorry to put your name out there like that, but his name was Wesley James Brown. His dad was a James Brown fan. But we called him Wes. And Wes was not just a rapper, he was a battle rapper. And he had a brother, a big brother, named Bino, Lil Sam. But Bino was the best rapper at the time that I knew of, besides Pac and all that going on at the time. Pac, Biggie, you know, Jay-Z, all the big names. to me, these people was better than them. Especially Bino was all that. But Wes was better than Bino. His bigger brother. He was better than Bino to me. And I followed him. I studied him. I watched him. I listened to him. I was like, man, this boy fire. Like, man, I wish I can do that. But the whole time I could, and I didn't know it because I always played the background. Then I picked up a piano from my sister. Shout out Nene. I picked up her piano, her keyboard. It was a broken keyboard. I don't know if you ever seen a broken keyboard, but when the keyboard's broke, it has little buttons behind the keys.
Absolutely.
It's a small button. It's like the size of a pea. Like little peas that you eat.
It's circle.
It's a little circle. And I was pushing that button with one finger and playing that keyboard, playing with it. And my dad saw that. He said, I'm gonna get you a keyboard. And he bought me one from Christmas. He bought me a keyboard for Christmas, and I continued to play with that keyboard with one hand.
So the motivation started with your homeboy Wes.
Yes.
Used to see Wes in battles, things like that.
In the streets, yeah. And just all the time. That's all we did. But I never stepped to the mic and flowed. I probably flowed one time. I tried to flow one time. I remember my rap too. To this day, I remember my little rap I had.
Well, what do you see difference from, artists battling in California, and then you come to the 2-6, Fayetteville, North Carolina, and you look at the battle artists out here? Is there a difference?
It's really not. It's just styles. It's just we all talk different. We all sound different. The lyrics, I ain't gonna say they're the same, but it's just the way the person deliver it. Like we deliver different. Wes delivered way different. He's fire. He's dope. His wordplay is ridiculous. That's why my wordplay is like that. Because big ups to him, because he really taught me. He really taught me. So that's where I really get everything about me from, was him.
Absolutely.
Besides myself, thinking what I think about myself, just being a fan of him and his brother. You know what I mean? Like, in the streets wise, that's all I heard was them. I don't care about who else I heard, because they didn't matter compared to them. But then I realized one day, I said, dang, Wes better than Bino. He better than his big brother. And I moved to Fayetteville. And I said, I'm going to try this, because I learned from the best, which is Wes. And they used to do little freestyle battles out here in Fayetteville, Melvin Place, and 2-6, shout out, Rose Hill Road, Ramsey Street. They used to do little rap sessions on the green box.
Right.
Everybody know about the green box. The green box. And then one day, somebody called me out. Everybody rapping all the time. I'm never rapping. I never said nothing. A person called me out one time. Matter of fact, shout out to my man's Fat Man. Fat Man called me out one time while they on the green box. I'm talking about they making beats and everything with their hands on the box. And I just freestyled. That was my first time actually rapping in North Carolina.
Wow.
After my best friend here told people at school that, hey, he can write, but he can't freestyle. I said, why would he lie on me like that? Because I can't even write. I never did. I never even rapped in front of you. You my best friend. I never rapped in front of you. You rap all the time. But you told everybody in the hood that I can write, but I can't freestyle, when you never heard me yourself. So then I was put on the spot, and I freestyled. And I've been going there since.
And you know what? You got an interesting story. I want you to hold that thought, though, because you did send us in a record. What's the name of that record you sent us?
Drop Top. To be honest with y'all, the Drop Top to me was just a fun song. It was things that I thought of, and it was things that I've actually done. Not 100%, but at least 99.9. Like, I might not own these cars, but I've been in one, drove around in one, or I got a homeboy or people that, you know what I mean? I was in these different cars. I've been in Lemons, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Little Mazdas and, little Hondas, and I drove around in whatever I had, but I had friends, you know, that had obviously different whips. So like, and my pops, you know, family, people I know, whatever. Like, the Drop Top to me was a fun song. I never expected it to really blow up like it's doing. Cause it was all fun and games to me. Just saying that, yeah, I'm in a drop top. So you know, if you're in a drop top, what's the first thing you do when you get one?
Well, you
know, drop the top.
Absolutely. And you know what though? What could be fun and games to you can be something serious for somebody else that's actually listening to your record. So that's what we're going to do this morning. We're going to get the people what they want, and we're going to get into this record with Stupid Styles. You mind introducing that record for the people?
Hey, yo, it's your boy, Stupid Styles, Mr. Sporadic. I'm automatic and I'm off the chain. Hey, whenever you hear this on a track, you know I'm on it. That S is like a hiss from a snake, but I'm far from a snake. And the Jakes, you feel me? But when you hear that, you know it's me. And this is your boy. I'm telling Stockton Cali, stand up. Rest in peace to my bro, my cousin. I love you, my family. Van Gogh, I love you. On mamas, on Cetas, and he from LA. So big shouts out to Cyrus. Rest in peace, homie. Fly high and watch over me. This Drop Top single is for you. When I in that Lambo, I was with Van Gogh. Straight like that though, you feel me? And take that straight like that though too. After this gonna be the second drop. And Van Gogh on the beat. Love you, cuz.
Well, you heard it first. Stupid Styles. This single right here is called The Drop Top.
It's your boy. Stupid Styles. I'm in the drop top, so the top dropped.
Boy style.
I'm a fool when I hit the block. And the beat knock harder than sheetrock. And you can tell by looking at me, I be getting guap. I'm in the drop top.
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 The drop top. Boy style.
I'm in the drop top.
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 Yeah, girl, I'm in a Maybach, so I'm laid back. You already know, homie, don't play that. See, I'm in that Cadillac, hotter than candle wax. And I jump out the without a scratch. Now I'm in a BMW, when we hit the club, when we roll up, the doors go up. Now I'm in a Lexus, riding reckless, headed to Texas, watching for detectives. See, I'm in that Hummer, all summer, faster than lightning, harder than thunder. Now I'm in the Acura, feeling spectacular. Sit back, relax, getting more neck than Dracula. Now I'm in a Lambo with Van Gogh. I pop the trunk and out cause my piano. Now I'm in a Benz with Japanese twins, rocking the latest of the trends. Now we gone with the wind. I'm in the drop top, so the top dropped.
Boy style.
I'm a fool when I hit the block. And the beat knock harder than sheetrock. And you can tell by looking at me, I be getting guap. I'm in the drop top.
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 The drop top. Boy style.
I'm in the drop top.
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 Yeah. See, I'm in a Mustang, and it's a Mustang. I must bring pain to this game. I'm in a Viper, feeling hyper, getting rowdy, Piper. See, I'm in a vet. And on the set, only thing I like is my. Yep, now I'm in the mirror, looking like a pharaoh. Look at all my, they thorough. I'm feeling like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, hopping out of a Milky Way colored car. The outside chocolate, the inside caramel. I hit your block in circles, got me feeling like the Ferris wheel. Sipping on the cappuccino, come through like El Nino. Riding in the El Camino, same color as jalapeno. The whole team on the scene, looking clean. In a jelly bean green limousine, got what I mean. I'm in the drop top, so the top dropped.
Boy style.
I'm a fool when I hit the block. And the beat knock harder than sheetrock. And you can tell by looking at me, I be getting guap. I'm in the drop top.
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 The drop top. Boy style.
I'm in the drop top.
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 Yeah. See, I'm in a Dodge.
Oh my gosh, look at my garage, Maserati cars. Now I'm in the Altima, proceed me with caution, bruh. If not this 40 cal, send you to your coffee cup. Now I'm in the Nissan, sipping on Capri Sun. Got your girlfriend up in the crib on her Nissan. And when I rolled up, the doors go up. I jump out and lil' mama like, hold up. I'm in the drop top, so the top dropped.
Boy, stop.
I'm a fool when I hit the block. And the beat knock, harder than sheetrock. And you can tell by looking at me, I be getting guap. I'm in the drop top.
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 The drop top. Boy, stop.
I'm in the drop top.
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 Yeah.
Now, see, you know what? That
Yes,
record
sir.
right there, though, like, that's a summertime record right there.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It
And
is.
I can see everybody flashing through the cars and, you know, all of that. You know what I mean? And you know, the way you did this record kind of, you know, puts me back into mind when I was in California. And just, you know, how the people in California, they live differently from people out here in North Carolina. What are you planning on doing with this record?
Hey man, listen. Like I said, bro, I didn't expect that the record was gonna be as big as it is and as it's gonna be. But now that I sit back and think about it, this is big because people are gonna always. It's like one of them songs. It's just one of them songs that it never die because somebody always gonna want to play it. They're gonna want to turn it up in they drop top or whatever car they got.
Exactly.
If I named it or not, they're gonna want to play it like, hey, I'm in an Acura. I feel spectacular. So yeah, you know, Dracula, you get the neck, you know. So then I put the punchlines in there like on accident, bro, because I'm just like that. I'm stupid. So it doesn't, it's not like I did it on purpose. That's how my brain works. So I didn't mean no harm. I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. I was just trying to make a fun song for people that, you know, got these cars or driving these cars or been what I've been through, you know, with these cars. Because I can go to the club in a lemon, you know, I'll still get love in the club.
Now, for everybody that don't know what a lemon is,
A hoopty is just a beat up car. You know what I mean? Something broke down, you put together, you fix it up or whatever. Everybody had one.
Y'all hear that?
So to drive in something different or even be on the passenger side of it, that's a blessing come from the hood. You're like, dang, I'm in this. Whether we stole it,
you don't want to be
we
caught
just in it.
You don't want to be caught in a hoopty in 2022.
No, you don't. But hey, if you are in a hoopty, hey, big South Style, you gotta start somewhere.
Get you from A to B.
You know, I'm in a hoopty with a groupie. You feel me?
Facts.
So I don't down nobody for no type of vehicle. I said vehicle, not car or core, candy bar, whatever. That lingo. But anybody, whatever you got, whatever you drive, man, be proud of it because it's yours.
Absolutely.
As long as it's yours.
Facts.
You know, I've been in cars that wasn't mine. I was stunting like my daddy. I was stunting too. So I was out here in different cars and I kept wondering like, why my daddy always got a different car? He worked for it. So whenever he changed his car, he want a different car, trade that car and get another one.
True that.
Just like anybody else I know. I got friends that got cars that I've never think they would have. Oh, you got a Benz right now. Dang. Next month, 2 months from now, you got a Lamborghini. Oh, now you got a Porsche. Oh, now you got a Ferrari.
Now that elevation keep going up.
It keep going up. You change it. However you feel you want to change it. Long as you let me ride in it. I've been in a Viper. I never thought I would be in one. So guess what happened when I got in that Viper?
You got hyper.
I was feeling hyper. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Roddy Piper.
I mean, you are Mr. Sporadic.
I am. But this song is just for anybody and everybody, no matter what you're driving. It's a fun song. It's not meant to diss nobody who doesn't have it. It's just meant to be like, hey, I've been in one of these. I drove one of these. I own one of these. I've had one of these. I've seen one of these. Whatever you feel about the song, it doesn't matter. It's just a fun song, man. It's a summer jam. It's gonna be that type of song forever.
Before we wrap things up, Do we have any last inspirational words from you? Any shout outs?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry for everybody that's my fan or fans of mine. I only have the Facebook right now, which is Rize Cup. RESE space KUP capital K. But I'm about to go ahead and get on all major platforms. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have a Twitter. And when I do make one, y'all will be the first ones to know. I gotta do all this all over. I'm starting from the bottom, and BNP is behind me. BNP is the label. Big shouts out to BNP, Big Mozzie. Shouts out to Lizzie Yayo, the Presidente, and everybody in BNP in the camp. Big shouts out to Uncle Boss, the #1, Auntie Slayer. And shouts out to me, bro, because without me, I would not be here. So shouts out to my pops, my mom, my brother who's my #1 fan, my other brother who's my 2nd fan, who knows all my lyrics. He catches every punchline. You really got to be a fan of mine to catch every punchline in my song, because everybody don't catch it. So, Mama, I love you. I often thought about you. And without you, there would be no me. Yes, I was raised by my father, but without you, I never gave up looking for you, searching for you to the day that I found you. Now that I found you, you the one who instilled God in me. I thought I was weird. My mama put God in me. So now that I got God in me, no one can stop me now.
You already know what it is, man. I am your host, Maserati Santana. You have been listening to WDRB Media, iHeartRadio, where we give you double information and the inspiration, also the exposure too. And while I wait, I hydrate. You already know what it is, man. I see y'all next week, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm up out of here.
It's your boy. Stupid styles. I'm in the drop top, so the top dropped.
Boy style.
I'm a fool when I hit the block, and the beat knock harder than sheetrock. And you can tell by looking at me, I be getting guap. I'm in the drop top,
The drop top.
the drop top,
The drop top.
the drop top.
The drop top. Boy style.
I'm in the drop top,
The drop top.
the drop top,
The drop top.
the drop top.
The drop top.
Yeah, girl, I'm in a Maybach, so I'm laid back. You already know, homie, don't play that. See, I'm in that Cadillac, hotter than candle wax. And I jump out the without a scratch. Now I'm in a BMW, when we hit the club, when we roll up, the doors go up. Now I'm in a Lexus, riding reckless, headed to Texas, watching for detectives. See, I'm in that Hummer, all summer, faster than lightning, harder than thunder. Now I'm in the Acura, feeling spectacular. Sit back, relax, getting more neck than Dracula. Now I'm in a Lambo with Van Gogh. I pop the trunk and out cause my piano. Now I'm in a Benz with Japanese twins, rocking the latest of the trends. Now we gone with the wind. I'm in the drop top, so the top dropped.
Boy style.
I'm a fool when I hit the block, and the beat knock harder than sheetrock. And you can tell by looking at me, I be getting guap. I'm in the drop top,
The drop top.
the drop top,
The drop top.
the drop top.
The drop top. Boy style.
I'm in the drop top,
The drop top.
the drop top,
The drop top.
the drop top.
The drop top.
Yeah, see, I'm in a Mustang, and it's a Mustang. I must bring pain to this game. I'm in a Viper, feeling hyper, getting rowdy, Piper. See, I'm in a vet, and on the sets, only thing I like is my. Yep, now I'm in the Marrow, looking like a pharaoh. Look at all my, they thorough. I'm feeling like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, hopping out of a Milky Way colored car. The outside chocolate, the inside caramel. I hit your block in circles, got me feeling like the Ferris wheel. Sipping on the cappuccino, come through like El Nino. Riding in the El Camino, same color as jalapeno. The whole team on the scene, looking clean. In a jelly bean green limousine, I'm in the drop top, so the top dropped.
Boy style.
I'm a fool when I hit the block, and the beat knock harder than sheetrock. And you can tell by looking at me, I be getting guap. I'm in the drop top.
The drop